that guy starting with McLean, Gratton, and Paquette. The last few weekends, this has been Penn State's best line.
But Brock Caulfield outduels Chase McLean on the opening draw, and it's flung down into the Penn State zone to our right. Wisconsin in the Cardinal here on the road. Schoen walks behind the Wisconsin goal. Below the near ring, binks it back near point. Berger triggers a shot on, and it goes off the body of Mo into the far corner. It looked like it was going to go right into his belly. It squirted free. Berger gets the pass at top of the near circle again. Dangles and fires a rising shot that ramps high. 47 saves in Wisconsin's loss in that series. Wisconsin 3-on-2 through center. Caden Brown gains the Penn State zone. Goes across, top of the far circle. A shot went high from Sam Stang, and now Penn State off the back glass looks to counter. Rumbling out to center, Tyler Paquette bolts into the Badger zone. Reels it in below the near circle, throws it on, and a save made by Mo. Down on both knees, off his chest, hugging that near post. Wisconsin controlling, speeding up the near wall. Jesper Peltonen does fish it out to center. He makes a backhand pass up the near wall into the Penn State zone, 2-on-1. Brock Caulfield gets the puck, skates in tight, near circle, shot, and a save made by Soulier off his left shoulder. Penn State looks to counter, stretch pass out to center.
So the faceoff will come out of the zone because of that. But going back to the 2-on-1.
It's flung deep by Kevin Wall. Wall, Kerwin, and Copeland the forwards. The Naples and Phillips on D for Penn State. Attacking to her left, excavated and thrown on along the goal line by Kerwin out of the corner and sticked out by Mo. And now Wisconsin looks to counter. Paul DeNaples, the Penn State captain back there, senior out of Moscow, Pennsylvania, 6', 184. And the lead pass to the Badger line. Sarlo from atop the near circle. Just a weak snapshot on and a butterfly stop by Mo for Wisconsin. Whacked out to center. Nothing there at the Penn State stripe. Rink wide far side. Inamoto hauls it into the Penn State zone. Shot from atop the far circle is gloved. On, bounces back slot. Mack lets it fly through a screen out front wide. In from the line, Berger pinches, rings it along the boards and cycles it off to Mack. Far point, winds, blasts, comes through the slot, wide of the target, glove side on Mo. Corson Kuhlman's over to the near point, hurried it back along. Chipped up the far boards out to center, but located by Wisconsin there. And now Donovan attempts to fork it down into the Penn State zone, but we have a whistle to stop play on the far side of the ice. Berger atop the near circle, drives again, blocked off a skate. Wisconsin delayed penalty coming up again. As Soulier goes to the bench, it was touched by the Badgers, and Penn State gets a 5-on-3 now. They'll have a minute 44 of a 5-on-3. McEachran near point. 120 of a 5-on-3, 137 on the second penalty. Down to McEachran, high slot, left-handed shot, rebound, back through the goal crease, and a stop was made by Mo. McMenamin could not get that one home. Phillips, high slot, off to Wall, far circle, lets it fly, sails high. That may have hit the crossbar there behind the goaltender Mo. 30 seconds left of 5-on-3. Phillips, a shot from atop the near circle. On this 200 by 85-foot surface, Soulier will start the rush ahead, and the Badgers change. Wall jets in, center shot, Geniev stoned by Mo! From right to left off his leg pads. Now Geniev turns and drives one from the high slot, and that was blockered away by Mo. 10 seconds left here of 5-on-3, 25 on the second penalty. Wall controls, slides it below the near ring. Kerwin scores! Ryan Kerwin, power play goal! Slips it in, and Penn State strikes for a 1-0 lead. Good shift by Lugris, pins far half boards. Lugris, hands for Schoen below the far circle. Back, far point, one-timer by Pilowitz. There were two bodies out front, and Mo for Wisconsin kicked it away. It's Kerwin from Wall and Geniev on the power play for Penn State. Nittany Lions lead it 1-0. Near wing McEachran right back into the Badger zone. Long shot, left toe save made by Jared Mo atop his crease. Tries to tap it along and does. Connects with Copeland. Copeland squirts up the near wall. Squeezes deep into Badger territory. Lost the puck. And now Wisconsin side of the goal, turned it over. Copeland stuffed it on twice. Now sprawling to the ice. Kerwin from the slot had his shot blocked. Turns and guns. It's blocked. Penn State controls. Gratton's behind the D, joining the rush, darting up the far wing. A long shot was kicked out by Mo for Wisconsin. Wisconsin has blocked 10 shots already here in the hockey game, and Penn State treks right back into Badger territory. Geniev atop the near circle, drives, big rebound off the blocker of Mo. Dick erased, and a centering pass from the end boards by Ben Schoen.
And they're going to get some chances to put one home.
So nice to see Penn State scoring on the power play, too, here. Special teams have been a bugaboo. McMenamin a shot, and that hit off Sarlo out front as he let it fly. Gets it right back. Near circle, tees it up, a drive. He scores! Connor McMenamin! Finally! It's 2-0. Penn State! 4:29 to go in the opening period. Peel
19.
That monkey right off your back! That's not a monkey off the back of Connor McMenamin. That's a 400-pound gorilla. His third of the year. I thought he was poised to have a Naples gallops from behind his goal, flings out to center. Wall past near wing Phillips into the Badger zone. A 3-on-3, returns back Wall at the end, dasher door left. Kerwin there, leaks back out front. Copeland grabs it, fires, and his shot was blocked away by Mo, sliding across his crease. Now centered for Wall, and out of the Penn State line. Jesper Pelton in a shot, top of the far circle, block, comes free, and a drive between the dots by Ryder Donovan was booted out by Penn State goalie Liam Soulier, just his 4th save of the period, and now a bad angle shot out of the far corner. Controlled by Josh S. for Wisconsin. Badgers from left to right to the Penn State line. Phillips hurries over to cancel Jack Gorniak, and a penalty on Penn State here on the play. Back at the near point, gets the pass. Attacks to our right, 2-0 Penn State. Side of the goal. Bantle, stuff attempt, denied out front. Whip back to the line, grabbed by Ceulemans, walks the line. Ceulemans waiting, right-handed pass atop the far circle. Tarek Baker, side of the goal. In tight, Bantle chased back behind the goal. Caulfield, a near circle shot, was blocked away on the one-timer, gets it right back. Pass was blocked by Penn State, and Penn State sauces back out to the red line at center. Ceulemans there is hampered. Wisconsin still not changing here on this 5-on-4. Now they will, and Penn State steals at center and blasts it down towards the goaltender Mo. Transfer from Bowling Green, has big career numbers on the power play, 25 career power play goals. Shot and it blocked, and the rebound bounces out front. Gratton without a stick soccers it out of the slot. Penn State shoves it deep in the Badger zone. Paquette lurking there. He's the only forechecker for Penn State, and the first will conclude with Penn State in front 2-0 here after one at Pagula tonight, opening up a 4-game homestand. Now it's about playing a full 60 minutes and finishing tonight.
Yeah, you just got to keep this going. I mean, they attempted 37 shots in that first period. Only 16 of them ended up on net. Wisconsin blocked a lot of shots. They blocked 10.
Sarlo below the goal line attempts to center, still loose in the far corner. McMenamin whips it back to the blue line, kept in Naples off. One-time drive by Clayton Phillips. Left-handed slap shot booted out by Jared Moe into the near corner, even though Wisconsin has a ton of experience playing against it. Here's McLean into the Badger zone, wiggles atop the near circle, in tight shot, save Moe, the rebound, still loose, scramble there. Paquette jams it on, saved by Moe again off his left pad.
Just the space opened up for him, so he took it.
Kerwin off the face-off, slams it on from atop the near circle. Wraparound stuff attempt, save made by Moe on Kevin Wall, and now it splits the D. Was batted away by Penn State. Bantles played well for the Badgers. Here's a high slot drive by S as it careened off the boards right to him, and his left-handed slap shot caught the backlash shot from the near point by S, is blockered out by Soulier. Zigzags across the Badgers stripe, wiggles far wing from the far half towards the shot. Moe behind him, loose, scrambling the goal crease, and he goes belly down to cover up. Erdahl comes up with it for Wisconsin. Atop the far circle, Erdahl center point shot booted out by Soulier with his right pad. A screen out front from Gorniak for Wisconsin. They'll never say any shot's a bad shot, but it's certainly the case here against a guy who struggled.
Oh, absolutely. They're just bouncing right off him. Some goalies, it just...
Off the draw, it leaked towards the low slot. Paquette hammered it on. Stolen away by Ceulemans for Wisconsin. Badgers counter. Penn State caught deep. Bantle to the Penn State line, 3-on-1. Pass back into the slot, reeled in, stuffed towards the goal, and Soulier made the save. A scramble in his net mouth. The rebound never all the way back to the goal crease. McLean couldn't. Shot from the half boards, back to the blue line off his stick. Ceulemans wiggles towards the slot, grabs atop the far circle shot. Blocker saves Soulier, transitions back across, and made another save with his blocker. Shot wide by Morrison for Wisconsin. Penn State controls, chips it back up the boards, pawed down by Pelton and leaping into the air, and his shot from atop the near circle. 14:40 to go, second period. 2-0 Nittany Lions, and they fail to exit their zone. Ceulemans drags into the slot. His shot turned away by Soulier into the butterfly off his stick. Corson Ceulemans, their leading scorer, the long lead past Penn State line. D. St. Foul waiting for help, turns atop the far circle, slings it backdoor. Baker, shot save. Soulier again, sliding across the crease. The rebound to the far half boards and wedged back down, and hops to Copeland, who cycles deep in the corner. Wall out front, backdoor. Kerwin stoned by Moe, going across the crease as he came bolting into the low slot there, and his shot was stopped by Moe. Penn State now has some tired forwards out there. Far point shot, save made by Soulier for Penn State into the butterfly. Whip back to the line, Lotch redirected on. Soulier the save, and he'll cover up. Morrison had the redirect in the Badger zone, and Penn State will cycle. Genev far half boards, Genev centers off a stick. Lugris settles and fires. It's loose out front, a scramble there. Down goes Moe. There's a player in his goal crease. It was Dowd in tight. The Smeal College of Business, a lifelong partner at all stages of your career. Breakneck speed, back the other way. McEachran a long shot. Guided out by Moe, but McMenamin, as we're 9 minutes into the second, shots are 12-10 Penn State. Off a body, batted out to center. Penn State numbers here. McMenamin up the far wing. Paquette drives the goal. He'll drag, fire, and score! Connor McMenamin! Top shelf snipe! 3-zip, Penn State. 10:52 to go, second period. only allowing more than 2 goals twice over that stretch until tonight. And the confidence that they're finally being rewarded for it. Eric, after a tough stretch, golf back to the Penn State line, not out, kept by S, feeds Brock Caulfield below the near circle, comes out front, pinballs around, leaks free, a wind and a drive by Kerr, and it goes off a body wide of Soulier, glove side. Tacking one on here in the second, 2 goals tonight. Only had 2 goals on the year coming in. Outlet feed to the Penn State line. Gorniak uses the speed, jets in, breakaway shot, and a shoulder save by Soulier for Penn State.
By Soulier, you were talking about the speed of Gorniak earlier, and he catches this puck.
Sarlo dangles out to center, feeds it far away. McEachran handles off the boards. Far circle, in tight, rising shot, went high, went off a body. Deep in his goal crease that time was Cameron Rowe. At the near half boards, Malmquist won the puck. He's the younger brother of Dylan Malmquist, who played at Notre Dame. Shot from the near half board, sticked out by Liam Soulier. You always have to watch him against Penn State. 5 of his 11 career goals against the Nittany Lions dealt into the Penn State zone far wing shot. Dominic Mersch, a little change-up knuckles on goal as it was blocked. Wisconsin controlling and out of its own zone. It's tucked as far as the red line. Pilowitz wastes no time. Back to Wall. Tries to gain the Badger end. Could not. Malmquist steals at center. Rifles in. Gloved by Soulier. He's going to hold. Deep in its own territory and banks out to center and steals it at center. Genev darts into the near circle. Zips out front. Power move. Lost it. Lugris tucks it back from the side of the goal looking for Schoen. Was blocked, and Naples has it back at center from Phillips. Right back to Sarlo. Enters the Badger zone. Sarlo walks atop the near circle. Decides to fire, and it's blockered out by the goaltender Rowe. Nearly rubbed off the puck, but he has the puck. Penn State a 3-on-2 into the Badger zone. Centers McLean, lets it fly. Save on the changeup there made by the new goaltender Rowe. And we're seeing Penn State generate those odd man opportunities here in the hockey game. High blocker. Penn State cycles, and now they'll change on the fly. Wall a center point shot. Blockered out by Rowe. Shot by Kerwin far half boards. Off the leg pad of Rowe. Went behind the goal and hands for Kevin Wall. Wall delaying and surveying, slings it in tight. Copeland walks out front. Kerwin still loose. Slot. Wall drags, fires, save, rebound, score! Ryan Kerwin, top shelf, chips it in. 4-0. Nittany Lions. A net mouth scramble in front of Cameron Rowe. 2:53 to go, second period, and Penn State has a 4-0 lead. Netminder Cameron Rowe grabs it to halt play, locating that nicely there with that puck behind him. 2:28 to go, second period. Penn State up 4-0. 2 of the guys we said coming in were overdue, Ryan Kerwin and Connor McMenamin. And wow, we actually look kind of smart tonight. They both have 2 goals.
It's about time.
They're evolving to make everything they do a more natural fit to your life. Highmark, because life. Neutral zone draw is pinned, and the period ends. And another good one for Penn State, leading it 4-0 over Wisconsin here. Crash nearby here on Route 80. Make it 5 because Connor McMenamin. Phillips into Naples on D. McLean, Paquette, and Gratt in the forwards. Neutral zone pass is picked off by D. St. Foul into the Penn State zone. Drags and fires. It's redirected off the heel of DeNaples. McMenamin spoons it out to center. Race for it there. Penn State has it. 2-on-1. Bolting up the far wing. McEachran drags and fires. Save made by Rowe. McMenamin on the puck. Tosses it back down low with a backhand. Stuff attempt out front from Sarlo. Penn State controlling as it pinballs around in the Nittany Lions zone. Right to left out to center. Exit pass to Paquette. He's knocked down in the neutral zone. Was caught up high. Delayed call on the play. He's on his hands and knees right near the center ice logo. Soulier to the bench for the extra attacker. And we will see what comes of this penalty. Penn State enters the Badger zone offside. McEachran turns at the point. McEachran backdoor, too hot to handle off the corner boards. Now grabbed by Schoen. Schoen has McMenamin out front. Sarlo's in the bumper slot. McEachran a drive from the near circle is swallowed in by the netminder Rowe.
Right, he's a lefty shot that just missed, but a good opportunity.
Penn State won the draw, and now interference coming on the draw. Nope, they're going to get a trip. It was McLean reaching in there. He won it back clean to Mack with 10 seconds left on the power play. We'll play 4-on-4 short. Near corner, Wisconsin now on the power play. Coolemans goes right into the attacking end to our right. Penn State's up 4-0, 14:50 to play third. Coolemans, center point, shot off the post and in, he scores. Screen out front from Bantle, and Coolemans from the center point past the left toe of Soulier, rings it off the iron and in. It's a power play goal for Wisconsin. 4-1 Penn State. 14:47 to go in the third period.
So he gets it from the point. A lot of traffic in front of Soulier.
Coleman's decent foul. Bantu had the screen there, really played well for Wisconsin. Penn State looking to get it back here, center point. Naples stashes atop the far circle, 5-on-5. Phillips, high slot, goes back door, but off a leg. Genev then twists it all the way through the slot. Pilowitz sprints after it, up the wall, not out, kept near point by Erdahl, off a slap shot, blocked, but knuckles towards the goal. A little change up there is into the body. McMenamin 1-on-2, carries deep, and Penn State completes the change. Now they're going to go back with Lugris, Genev, and Schoen, the forwards. Dowd and Pilowitz on D as a rainbowing puck from center. And now looks to go back down low, but his pass is picked off. Stretch pass up ahead. Gorniak gets behind the defense. In on goal for Wisconsin. Saves Soulier. The rebound back on. Reaching back. Soulier pulled it out. And the net off the moorings, but there's a penalty on the play. Or was that Caulfield? It was Caulfield, and then Soulier, I believe, pulled it out. The net came off the moorings, and there's a penalty. It's Dowd who are Mack and Pilowitz. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. Kuhlman's turned it over high. McLean's going to dart out to center. McLean into the attacking zone, shorthanded atop the near circle. A sneaky little snapshot is turned out by the netminder Cameron Rowe. Max Johnson dumps it in. Gorniak's going to win the race to the puck near corner door right. Dangles on free, trip down towards the slot. Here's another penalty as McEachran, frustrating, Lee whacks the puck down into the Badger zone, and Penn State will go back on the kill arena as well. But they want to get 3 for 4 as the Badgers have rallied to make it 4-1 here in this third period. Shot from the far point and into the chest of Soulier. He'll cover, create a screen there in front of Soulier, who's looking for his first Big Ten win. Wisconsin saucers near wing. Caulfield drags into the near circle, and his shot through traffic into the chest of Soulier. 6:15 left, third period. Spoon to the Penn State line, fed near wing for Caden Brown. Shot from the half boards, booted out right, pad save Soulier, and the rebound went back to the top of the circle. Soulier turned it away again on the long shot by Inamoto. Nittany Lions now counter, speeding into the Badger zone. Button hook from Copeland, long shot from the near point, and his right-handed snapshot is vacuumed in from the far point. Left-handed slap shot wide of Soulier. Great move by Kuhlman's at the line. Off to Inamoto. Far point shot. Saves Soulier off his stick. It leaks back out front, but Schoen has the rebound. Penn State counters. Far wing. Surveys. Into the near corner. Back one-timer. Phillips flubbed it. Wisconsin counters. Left to right. Gorniak to the Penn State line. Hands Caulfield. Near circle. Fires. Save made by Soulier off his chest. The rebound at the side of his goal. Penn State doesn't have a goal here in the third. Wisconsin wins the draw. Trying to make it a 2-goal game. Shot from the near point. Kuhlman's change up on goal. Save made by Soulier. Leaked on through. Far circle, center and feed. Grattan into his skates. Secure. Sauces back to the near point for Berger. Berger tees it up and drives a left-handed shot block. Paquette down low, angled on, save Rowe, scramble there. McLean from the low slot deflected it into the chest of Rowe. 3:20 left, third period. Turning Kerwin through center, slaps it down towards the goaltender Rowe, out to play it, jams it back through the slot. He wipes out, and Wisconsin does emerge. McMenamin to the Badger line, grabbed by Sarlo, 2-on-1. Sarlo centers, McEachran shot, one-timer, turned away by Rowe, bam it on, Sarlo, loose back behind the goal. I think he played it with a high stick. He got it about shoulder high. On social media, if you're looking for a better business partner, it's Smeal. Caulfield, one-timer near circle, turned away by Soulier. The rebound hopped right on the stick of Gorniak, but he couldn't trigger the shot back on. Berger slings it, Grattan. Grattan drags in the slot, fires, missed it, blocker side, tucked back on. McLean from a tight angle, closed off by Cameron Rowe. McLean digs it free, Grattan snipes, save made, Rowe off his glove, and Wisconsin pulls the rebound out from between the dots. Here's a pickpocket at center, but bounces back to Wisconsin. They snake into the Penn State zone, thrown towards the goal, and pitched into the catching mitt, now covered. Up the near boards, past Stang, back out to center McEachran, forks it to the Badger line, and the game concludes with Penn State victorious. 4-1 the final. Penn State takes the first of 2 this weekend. 2 goals for McMenamin.